So if you've already seen part one, for our bad lever, it was reloading, speeds and stuff. This time it's going to be clear malfunctions. So two different malfunctions, because the other ones, dud casing doesn't involve using the bad lever, you just run the bolt. But the only two that involve using the bolt release, or where the bolt release can help, is a double feed. That's when two dicks are trying to go in the same hole. And then a bolt override, which is where you get a piece of brass or live round up in your charging handle groove and bolt won't close all the way. So what our drill is going to be on both of them is rifles up, on target, safety off as if you just fired. The malfunction, we're going to induce the malfunction in the chamber, and on go, you're going to lock the bolt back, whether it be with the bad lever or with the paddle, strip the mag, clear the malfunction, reload, and then fire. So the timer will stop once that round goes down towards the target, whether you miss or hit it. Go! 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 Send it. Fire. Send it. Fuck. Target. Penis. Send it. Go. Go. Out. Go. All right, it's good enough.
That was real good.
That was fast. Go. 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 Send it. Send it. Send it. Send it. Send it. Send it. Go. There you go. Nice. Go. 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 You slapped the mag like it was the...
Alright, so as you can see, the results are in for the malfunctions testing for the bad lever. Looks like, if you can see Brent specifically, he's the first line there. He had the smallest amount of difference between the two for both the bolt override and the double feed, with about 2 to 3%. And I mean, what would you chalk that up to? I think mainly your marine background.
Using rifles, issued rifles without bad levers, you get real good at clearing malfunctions with the paddle. So I think that was my biggest contributing factor to that.
Yeah, so Brent basically fucked the test up because it doesn't look like the bad lever's any better. But when you look at...
Well, that's why we have 3 people.
That's true. So our sample size is small. Now, I noticed I put the bad lever on almost as soon as I built my rifle. So I was pretty terrible at using the traditional mag side or slap side method without the bad lever. But I also think if you roll back the footage, if you watch, we had to physically adjust you have to physically adjust your hand. Let me take this rifle. You have to physically adjust your hand in order to get to, when you malfunction, you have to physically move your hand to this side of the rifle and pull back, which takes your hands off the controls, whereas the bad lever, I mean, obviously it's going to be faster if all you have to do is move one hand back in order to lock the bolt to the rear.
That is something I want to point out. Mechanically, the bad lever will be faster in every single way, just because the one, your finger's right there, the one you have to change your grip. But, so we could just end it with that, but with the shooting at targets and doing the drills, we're adding in stress and like a goal so that you might fuck up and you see how it works under pressure and like shooting at facing that way.
Yeah.
Oh, we can blend that out.
I'll blur that out.
All right.
The one thing I did notice, and what you said earlier
Great,
as
that's
well,
more work for me.
what you guys were doing when you had the paddle, when you're using the paddle, what I noticed, you guys would come over with your non-dominant hand, like sometimes, and use your hand to do this. I noticed
my right hand is my dominant hand.
Well, either way, you would do something wonky. You kind of come up like this. Both of you kind of did.
I would do a wrap like this.
I always just kind of let the rifle drop and then just bring it back and then go.
That didn't work.
It didn't work there. This isn't my rifle.
It's almost like you're bunched up like this, trying to get the charging handle
because
back.
I don't run the stock that far forward, but like that was easier for me.
Now, if you're unslung, could you drop your rifle that way? Like pretty easy.
Yeah, I don't run my sling super tight.
See this? So you're physically,
Run it at all. Yeah, the way the butt stock is, it's way too close.
So you have to literally.
Yeah, if you have your length of pull correct.
God, that's so weird. I mean, I guess if you had an ambidextrous charging handle, but that just goes into another gear part of the thing.
I was shooting it, and I always run it all the way collapsed.
With plate carrier on, it's a little different.
I just do this. I just like sort of turn my head away and give it a weird angle so I don't hit myself in the chin with it. So, and the other thing is, my difference is like 24 and 32%. I had the largest differences in time. And the funny thing about that is, basically the way I always shoot is I use the bad lever for administrative stuff, like loading the rifle, opening the chamber, clear malfunctions. But whenever I reload, I would still come up and do the paddle. But after our testing, I think I'm just going to use the bad lever for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it ends up being, if you watch my footage, I think the hardest part for me to actually do this test was to physically stop using the bad lever. I think that's
yeah, I had to cut a lot of stuff from all of us where we were doing the paddles or whatever after we just shot the bad lever.
You'll see that.
And then you would try to do it as the bad lever, and then, or maybe you'd open it up initially with the paddle, then use the bad lever for the second half of it. Go! Fuck.
And the one thing to note too, I think me and Brent did the same fucking thing, was when the bolt was open, held back, when we went to slap the the lever,
Make sure you
we would
slap high.
We would slap it low. I think what Brent did it.
You for some reason you slapped the bottom of the magazine and
I
then went,
slapped
"Oops."
like the fucking mag.
And
You
then
gotta
one
slap
time
real high on it.
you went to slap and it just didn't close the bolt.
Oh,
hit it
that
again.
one was that wasn't the same issue. I had some fucking schmutz or some shit under that little thing when I took the.
Well, in the first part of the
It was
reloads,
weird.
the same thing happened
But
where you
in
had
this
to beat
video,
the shit out of
yeah.
it to get it to go.
I
so
hit too low.
That's probably a rifle
so-
thing. I'm actually surprised. I think if we shoot enough, especially in the rain, eventually someone will go to do the old switcheroo to lock the bolt back and fucking drop the rifle. I'm sure eventually if we did it enough, that would probably
That's what I'm
happen
saying.
at least once.
The only
just
problem-
like the slipping on the bad
If
lever.
all the stars align in the
Yeah.
right conditions, if it's raining, it's cold, you over lubricate your firearm, your hands are oversaturated with water, like anything that can.
Yeah, but that
contribute-
argument's dumb because like if we
No, but what I'm
I
saying
mean
is
if we
that is
if we
the
made
reason
all the
it did
perfect
happen.
circumstances align, eventually
That's what
you
I'm
shoot
saying.
yourself with your fucking rifle.
Exactly.
Like, so
But like,
I don't know if
the
you're gonna necessarily
benefits
drop it. It's just
The
definitely
benefits outweigh the consequences.
Well, someone actually
by
commented,
far.
like, wouldn't the best way to be doing this is to start out with an empty chamber, gun up, and you just do the reload, no shooting or anything like that.
yeah, that guy's fucking retarded.
Well, no, he's got a point. Mechanically, like I said,
we
that
have a
makes
channel. You don't. You're just a
this
comment.
is the movement here mechanically is off the trigger to here, as compared to this. Like,
But the whole point.
this will be faster every time. But yeah, again,
the
to
whole
add
point
stress.
was to cause the malfunction with the slip.
Yeah,
Which
then-
we
what
accomplished.
happened?
And the other thing is, there's so many variances because you're pulling mags out. You're shooting at the target. You're aiming and everything. You'd have to see like a 10%. That's an arbitrary bullshit number.
This
But
is like Mythbusters.
yeah, like
Feasible.
Your stuff, you're like
Plausible.
3%. You had 3%, 2% differences. I think we can just throw those away on testing error. But like 32%, that's a significant. Where even if you take away the test errors, like
think it's
that's a
conclusive.
difference.
Like I said, I've
Measurable.
trained more the other way around than I have with the bad lever. So
I guess ideas, follow-ups on this. I don't know if we're gonna do it, but I had two ideas. One was just using the charging handle, no paddle, no bad lever.
Yeah.
Just, I don't think it's going to be fast. I think it's going to be slower than all of them, but just for curiosity's sake. And then another one I was actually thinking was, what's the AR's natural enemy, right? The AK.
I was gonna say.
Whoa!
Jump
Okay.
cut.
Jump cut. Can you think of any final thoughts that you want to add to this?
To this specifically, no. But like, if you guys want us to make videos about stuff, just comment on it because we're dumb and don't have any ideas. So give us ideas.
Yeah.
And if we have the capacity or effort to do it, then we might.
Yeah. My conclusion is that the bad lever is definitely worth it for the upgraded speed that you get from reloads, malfunction clearing. It's
Just don't slip.
it's very I mean, it's a very small percentile chance that you're actually going to have some sort of ND with this. I mean, I've never had an ND with this. Only Brent has.
Yeah.
And also Brent is Brent, so he's got dick fingers.
Sausage.
Yeah.
Buy it. We're not sponsored by Magpul.
I mean, we're not sponsored by Magpul at all.
We just have 20 hats,
Yeah.
20 Magpul hats.
Yeah, don't. This is not subtle marketing at all. By the way, there's a discount code in the description. Have you ever, how many times have you ever had one of these malfunctions while shooting normally?
Time out. Cut to the end of the video after this. I did actually induce a double feed
Yeah.
while we were trying.
He caused a double feed by clearing a double feed.
Yeah.
Like, we staged our double feeds, and we set them up the same way an actual double feed would occur. Because, like, if we were shooting out there until the malfunction came up naturally, that'd be tens of thousands of rounds, you know? It's not common, at least with these rifles. But yeah, he cleared it out and then put a new mag in, and it immediately double feeded. I think it might be
Double-feeded?
from double fed,
double
whatever.
fed.
I'm illiterate. Damn it.
Double feed.
Is that an actual double feed?
Yeah.
He's retarded.
It might be from taking a 30-round mag without the bolt there to stop the rounds and slamming it up. That might settle the
think it
rounds
popped
into the
one
way
of
where they do that.
I think I've only ever had one double feed
I had.
I've had
I think it
more
was in a
bolt
match,
overrides.
too.
I've had more bolt overrides than double feeds.
Yeah.
Never in my life have I had a bolt over.
We had one on his so bad once that we had to pull the buffer tube off the back.
That was bad.
I've always shot
Couldn't get those
relatively
stuck.
good ammo though, either good hand loads or.
a good hand.
Well, no, I mean.
My hand loads.
It's probably time for a new receiver.
So we decided to do a test on bad lever for the malfunctions.
That's already covered in the intro.
You already covered that in the intro?
Yeah, there's an
You
intro.
fucking
Oh.
idiot.
Yeah.
So for the
guess.
Link them to lemon.
Smash that motherfucking like button, bitch.